Turns out that mocha mousse is inspired by a different cultural phenomenon, the little treat, like grabbing a latte while running errands or a cookie after a long day at the office.
Okay. Well, Eyewitness News at 5 is next, and for a preview, here is Mark Brown.
All right, Colleen, Ellen, thank you. Coming up here on Eyewitness News at 5, a 7.0 earthquake rattling nerves across the West Coast tonight. We have new video of the aftermath. Plus, what does an earthquake of this magnitude feel like? We have the new perspective and a new twist in the case of a missing woman. She's now accused of being at the center of an immigration scam. And new tonight, a unique request from jail, what Sean Diddy Combs wants brought to him behind bars. We'll have this and live breaking news and weather coming up on Eyewitness News at 5.
This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
Now on Eyewitness News at 5, it's breaking news. Nerves on edge after a 7.0 magnitude quake strikes off the Northern California coast. Thousands of people are without power right now, and a state of emergency has been declared. Plus, what does a quake of this magnitude feel like? We're breaking it down for you as part of our live team coverage.
A secret marriage, an immigration scam. Tonight, shocking new allegations in the disappearance of a Maui woman who vanished after landing at LAX nearly a month ago. Her family is now reacting.
And the hunt is on to find this man. He's accused of pulling the trigger, killing the CEO of one of the largest health insurance companies in the nation. The new clue that's helping investigators tonight. Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
I'm Giovanna Lotta. You're watching Eyewitness News at 5, live on ABC7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. And we start with breaking news right now. A multi-vehicle car crash in Woodland Hills. These are live pictures of the intersection of Canoga and Victory. You see the police response there. At least 6 cars involved. Injuries are unclear at this time. We're not sure who has been hurt. This is causing a traffic backup. We will monitor this and pass it along as soon as we get new information.
Now to that powerful 7.0 earthquake that rattled Northern California today and triggered a tsunami warning. We're starting to get a look at some of the damage as we learn some roads cracked. Homes were even reportedly knocked off their foundations.
Governor Gavin Newsom has already declared a state of emergency, and he says damage assessments are underway. State leaders tell us about 10,000 people are without power across the region.
This quake was centered off the Northern California coast, off Humboldt County, and as you can see from this map, it's just to the west of the small city of Ferndale. That's about 130 miles from the Oregon border. So far, there have been more than 30 aftershocks.
And we have live team coverage for you tonight. Chief Meteorologist Dallas Raines has an in-depth look at the science behind the earthquake. Plus, what does a 7.0 quake feel like? We're breaking that down. But we start with Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo, who is live in our ABC7 newsroom with new video of the quake's destruction. Tim, this quake is rattling nerves tonight.
Yeah, rattling nerves all day today. Also cracking some foundations of homes, cracking some roads themselves. As you guys mentioned, the assessment of the damage is still underway, but a lot of fears, especially in that immediate aftermath of this morning's earthquake, as fears of a tsunami forced thousands of people to flee from the coast. Wine bottles tossed off shelves. Shops and homes in Northern California shaking this morning from a 7.0 magnitude quake.
I just got an alert saying earthquake. But yeah, I've never seen the pool do that.
With the earthquake's epicenter miles out into the Pacific, catastrophic damage and injuries were avoided. But the rumble under the ocean also brought a tsunami warning as those living within a mile of the coast were ordered to evacuate.
We evacuated up to the top of the mountain up there on Roberts Road, where it almost looked like half the Pacific was there.
A long line of cars were seen getting as far away from the coast as possible, but that warning was dropped in about an hour. Governor Gavin Newsom was at the southern border with Mexico, where he was briefed and announced a state of emergency declaration shortly after that tsunami alert was lifted.
It is part of a protocol, tsunami warnings, anytime you're 5.0 or greater around a coastal region, typically goes into effect. It allows us to back off through abundance of caution. That was lifted. Nonetheless, we're concerned about damage, particularly in the northern part of the state, in Del Norte, and Mendocino, in Humboldt County.
Seismologist Dr. Lucy Jones explains why a giant wave from a tsunami wasn't ever really a threat from this morning's quake.
To create the big wave, you have to displace a lot of water, right? You change the shape of the seafloor, it comes up, the water that used to be there has to go somewhere else, and that's the tsunami wave, right? So if you don't change the shape of the seafloor, you don't generate the wave. And this earthquake, the ground moved horizontally,
The Shake Alert early warning system went off within seconds, alerting people as far away as Bend, Oregon.
We know that our partners at MyShake delivered on the order of 470,000 alerts to end users, to people in Oregon and California.
Shake Alert worked out perfectly this time, which is really remarkable, especially when you consider this earthquake was many miles out into the ocean. They have to monitor that growing rumble as it starts to build, relay the information, and eventually get it to people's phones. And by saying eventually, they did it in less than 5 seconds, which is the goal every time an earthquake happens. We're live in the newsroom. Tim Caputo, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Tim Caputo, thank you. Today's quake was the strongest earthquake to hit the United States this year. So what does a 7.0 magnitude quake feel like? Well, it's pretty significant. Let's first of all kind of go through how it would.